What is up, YouTube? The Zelda Duelist is back at you with another spicy video. Now this one's a tad different. Now, if you've seen the last casual hero list, you know in the comment section there's this guy, Mendavil. Shout out to you, by the way, you're a great guy. Basically, he mentioned me and we chatting about stuff, and he wants to see test hands as well. So what I'm going to do, as this deck has actually evolved slightly, and we have more than a 5-card extra deck this time. Oh wait, there you go, you can see. I'm going to film the current deck profile, and then alongside it, we're going to show off the test hands. Of course, I can't get my camera to load all the mats, so I'll just shrink it down a bit, but it's fine. Let's get into this. For Destiny Heroes, we're playing one Plasma, the secret ace of this deck. I love this artwork, by the way. Plasma is a mixture of an Egyptian God card and Skill Drain. It's very nice. We love Plasma here. Plasma's a good card. Also plays around Nibiru quite well. With D-Force, which I don't have, but it's still a great card to get your hands on if you ever play Hero. For the Malicious package, we are playing 2 Malicious, because we're not madmen. Malicious, you always play it 2, no matter the format. Actually, I'll do it like such, because I've got more room. Malicious, unless it's at 3, you play this at 2. There is no exceptions. It's the reason we have a semi-limited list. We play 1 Denier to recycle back Malicious. I do not own a Cross Crusader, because I have just spent all my money on a very special deck. And you guys will see that deck soon, when the final cards arrive for it. It's in this little box here, most of it. Until the rest of the cards arrive, you won't see it until then. But that's what's coming up. But yes, Deny recycles Malicious, or any other Destiny hero, and I find it very handy to have at disposal. Yeah. 1 to Celestial for draw power and back to level 4. Yes, we're playing Xyz monsters in this list, and I believe they're quite good ones. Final Destiny hero, 1 Dark Angel. Now, Dark Angel, if you've played any form of Yu-Gi-Oh! Recently, you know how powerful Dark Angel is. What a good deck this format, branded. List of spells. Kashtira, you give it to them, they can't do their Kashtira effect over monster. Very powerful, this format. If it's casual, or if it's competitive hero, you want to be playing your Dark Angel, hands down. Elemental heroes, the heart and soul of these elemental hero lists is the Shadow Mist, not Stratos. I can't afford Stratos. I only have the 1 Shadow Mist from trades. I am looking at getting my hands on Elemental Hero Blazeman, a card I believe to be one of the best elemental heroes of them all. That's a whole other topic. We get one Blazeman soon. Till then, Shadow Mist is the heart and soul. What Shadow Mist does with special summons, adds Master Change. Very good this base Dark Lord Turbo. And when it's into grave, you add a hero monster from your deck to your hand. Very powerful. To go alongside the Shadow Mist, we have the 1 Solid Soldier. So you can summon Shadow Mist out from your hand. And have 2 monsters on board, so you get Master Change, you can also go for like a rank 4 play. And we also have the same thing for Liquid, only goes for grave instead of hand. I can't do either other effects. I don't have a Mastery, well, Water or Earth, nor do I have any Elemental Hero Fusion monsters yet. They're tad expensive at my budget. Final Elemental Hero playing, Ornithneos. This card just is clutch in general. I think my fondest memory of this, I was going in a duel with my brother, and I had Vision Hero Multiplier on board. He had Baron de Fleur. I have a monster before you try to get back. Shadow Mist. He said no Dark Claw. Okay, so I'm going Baron de Fleur with the Ornithneos Multiply guy. Yeah. Ornithneos, great card, great defensive measure. Makes people like what's his face? Ludwig very annoyed because shown by in his Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, him and Sykkuno won it with Ornithneos. Didn't like Ornithneos throughout the entire thing. And for Vision Heroes, we're playing 1 Faris. I got one from Rose in the Past. Great card, Faris. Send out any other hero from your hand to grave. Special summon it. And this card is normal or special summons. You can place a Vision Hero from your deck to the Spell and Trap zone. And for the little Vision Heroes, playing the 1 increase, obviously. With Vision Heroes, you always have an increase. But we also have a Poisoner, the halved, lower attacks, and multiply guy to raise attack points, because also I like these two anyway. Playing the one Gravitos level 4. I do find Gravitos to be incredibly helpful in decks in general. For the other ones we're playing, I'll move these up now. Playing one Valkyrion and Raviel for the second strongest evil hero Dark Gaia you have ever seen. I don't have Dystopia Despondent yet. And final one, Dark Armed Dragon. Now, Armed Neos will be coming out soon, so obviously that's something you want to keep your eye on, Dark Armed Dragon coming up again. But also, a lot of this deck is Dark Monsters, and you can manipulate your graveyard and touch away. 3 Dark Monsters isn't so hard to get your hands on, meaning Dark Armed Dragon is a viable option in this deck. And that's it for monsters. For spells, we have triple copies of A Hero Lives. Some of that Shadow Mist from deck, Facial Dark Claw, done, dusted. 1 equal, because I only have 1. I play more if I could. She gets Solid Soldier and Shadow Mist to hand, that's Dark Claw done. Rotor, similar reasoning. And the final search engine, 1 Allure of Darkness. I do have 2 more, but I mean they're in other decks. And because of the sheer amount of Dark Monsters we play, this card suddenly becomes very, very viable. Don't skip out on the Allure of Darkness. And that's it for searching spells. Put those there, on top of the monsters really. Now, 3 copies of Mask Change, for speed, obviously. Dark Claw's overpowered. 2 Polymerization, because I do prefer having 2 to 1. And 1 Dark Cooling. Dark Cooling is for Evil Hero Dark Gaia, and I do love my Evil Heroes. My favourite cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! For a favourite hero package, yes, I'm still playing this. I'm playing the favourite hero, obviously. We've also got Skyscraper. Why? Because who wins in a fight? Ancient Gear Golem, or Elemental Hero Flame Wingman with the stupidest field spell in Yu-Gi-Oh! In my opinion. I think we all know the answer to that. And then for the final spells, they're more generically helpful ones. In 1, the Warrior Returning Alive, brings back Solid Soldier, Shadow Mist, etc. Very handy to have. Honest Neos. 1 Book of Moon, this stops. So instead of trying to negate your Solid Soldier, with a failure, you Book of Moon, it's now face down, they carry on the effect. And it stops, and it's better battle protection as well. 1 Cyclone to remove pesky back row. 1 Monster Reborn, because as long as you get Shadow Mist on board, you can use its effect. 1 Forbidden Lance for protection from spells and traps. And the final 3 cards I've got here are actual proper negate cards in 1 Forbidden Droplet, 1 Called by the Grave, and 1 Imperm. I would play more of each of these if I could. That's at 1, obviously. But I only have 1 Forbidden Droplet and I only have 1 Imperm. Moving on to the extra deck now. I'm going through this quite quickly. Not, I thought it was quick. It's been 8 minutes. Whoops. But I do want to get into the test hands more quickly. D-Hero Dangerous, D-Hero Dystopia. Obviously, I'm playing these. I don't have DP, or I played that as well. Yeah, this sets up Dark Angel Locks. This is just a generically good Destiny hero. 1 Dark Gaia. This is as the strongest card in the deck, but it's also the biggest brick. So you can cut this package if you want. Get Stratos in its place. 2 Dark Claw. And that's it for Fusion Monsters. So I'll put the Fusion package on the front row. For Xyz Monsters, we're playing 1 Time Thief Redoer. Yes, this is back as a janky option that you can actually play. 1 Baguska for stalling, and 1 Dugares. I find it useful as a generic rank 4. If you have the Utopia the Lightning package, you can play that as well. And finally, to round out the 10 extra deck cards we have, 1 Wonder Driver and 1 Dread Decimator. And that's it. With that, we'll start shuffling the deck, and we'll get to the test hands. Yeah, and therefore, I'm going to say this now. Thank you so much for your suggestion. You're great seeing your comments every time I log into YouTube. Seriously. Love it, my guy. If anyone else wants any more suggestions for the channel, like what I should be doing, unless your name's Julifer and you just say Jules all the time, I'm welcome to the suggestion. Did I just call a guy out? Yes. Why? It's a long story. But yeah, I'm willing to do duels, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to get bugged into doing them every day and being told what I'm doing is wrong. I'm not doing YouTube for money, I'm doing it for fun. Yeah, sorry about that. It's a mild rant, but if you're watching this, Julifer, don't pester me. Okay, I believe this should be shuffled quite well now. So look at an opening hand and what we can do with this. Little weird combos you can do. Got one Cosmic, one Mask Change. I don't think I've shuffled this. I did not shuffle this well. Okay, let's do that again. And that's just proof that depending on how much you do power shuffle depends on whether or not you're going to be up. Not power. Let me rephrase. Power shuffling is good and all, but you don't want to spend your entire days power shuffling. You want to use your time effectively. Is it a tournament? Yeah, shuffling quickly is needed at a later time, but at the beginning, before the match starts, you do want to have a show your opponent, like I'm doing here, how many cards you're playing, so make sure it's legal. 40. And generically, you just want to get your deck well shuffled before a match starts, so you don't open, for example, if you're playing Branded, you want to open all 3 Branded Fusion. That's a tad of the brick. In this deck, you don't open all 3 Mask Change. That sucks, because you only have 2 Master Heroes. Alright, now then. The true test hand. You got 1 Warrior returning alive. Yes, the wonky field spell. Liquid Soldier. Called by Polly. Let's say we're going second, and we draw a good card. Go second, Hero lives. If they ash this, there's your called by. If not, or let's say they just pass, straight up pass. Because that was a bit of a brick, and I'll be honest with you. This deck can do that. So pay off 5 points on Shadow Mist. And this is the simplicity of a lot of these combos, unfortunately. Search Mask Change. Main, and then you go set 1, set Mask Change, set called by, and pass. Not interesting, is it? We have had some great combos in the past where I've managed to get out Plasma turn 1. I'll see if I can get a hand that can replicate that, but it's difficult with this deck. It's very casual. I'm not going to even tell you to run this at locals. If you are a child in a school, go play that here. Or if your friend groups decks are really casual, like this sort of level, play it then. But don't bring this to a locals unless it's a casual locals. And by casual, I mean nothing that can competent enough to set up more than 1 negate. And even then, 1 negate can ruin you. This list. It's not perfect by any means, but it's what we got. Guess what we're doing with this hand, kids? Hero lives. I'll show you what you do. So you search list. Get your Shadow Mist wherever it is. I think it's at the top now, isn't it? Yep, it's going to be at the top. Activate Shadow Mist. Search Mask Change. Shocker here. We set 2 in Mask Change and you can also set the Poisoner face down, if you wish. Go to end phase, pass. In the draw phase, I recommend just popping the Mask Change straight away. Getting rid of Shadow Mist for your masked hero Darklaw, and then Shadow Mist will search you. Always go in this scenario, Honest Neos. You need to keep Darklaw up as long as you can, because Macrocosmos on legs is the big boss monster Kashtira, right? Is there a hand? Keep Macrocosmos on legs on field at all times. I'll try one more hand and then I'll just close it closed because I can't get the hands I'm after. What I might just show off a combo, which is a very difficult combo to pull off because of, you know, getting the cards on field you need, but... Okay, here we go. Final test hand. This isn't a great deck. I've said this before, I'll say it again. But if you like it, let me know. Oh, Faris. Ah, okay. You are kidding me. Honestly, this is a more interesting hand than anything. So you will activate Faris, but you will not send Shadow Mist here. You do not. No. You send the Poisoner to Grave. So I'll move that down a bit. And you summon up Faris, activate Faris, you set Increase. This is one of the very few scenarios where I will tell you right now, activate Increase for Gravito. And with Increase on board, you summon up the Gravito from your deck. Could you have done a Hero Lives first to get more, like, monster on board? Yeah, you could have. but then you've lost life points. And when you only have one Shadow Mist, life points matter a lot. There's Graffito. And you can normal summon Shadow Mist, and you can create the overlay here. That'll be in defense. Now you have an option here between 3 cards. And I will show you a scenario with all 3. Time Thief, Bagooska, and Dugares. Now, if you go Bagooska, defense mode, you've now got Floodgate up. And that should be past turn. It's a bit boring, right? Redoer, you can have it attack or defense. In their draw phase, your Yonky card. So it's alright. But if we go Dugares here, let's replace him in defense. You have its effect, get rid of both. To draw 2, then discard 1. That's what you would do here. Not reborn. You could reborn for Dark Claw actually. So I'll do both scenarios. Draw 2, discard 1. What did you get? Nothing amazing. Or is it? Discarding the Hero Lives, you can then activate the emergency call. Search for Liquid. Pass it, didn't I? No, that was solid. There's Liquid. Summon Liquid, bring back Shadow Mist, and you get Marchange Dark Claw, right? And so you still get the end board you get, and actually this one-off scenario, you got a better end board than if you would have reborn back the Dark Claw. Back Dark Claw, Shadow Mist, where you reborned it back and then search Marchange. Here you would set your Marchange with Bookamoon, pass, draw phase. You get your Dark Claw, and you would then search Honest Neos. Could you have summoned out Plasma this turn? You could have, yes. I think this is a better board, personally. Was this overly convoluted? Yes. Did it rely on a lot of luck thanks to Dugares? Yes. Should you have reborn to the Shadow Mist with Dugares? Probably. Why did that be different, be spicy? Yeah, that is this deck. It's Hero. The best end board you'll ever get is, with this deck, would be... Let me find it for you. Where's the other guy? Where is he? The single best end board for this deck is either... Which one of these? Probably going to be Plasma Dark Claw. Or Dark Claw in defense, and you have Dark Angel on their field. Where is it? There it is. Oh, damn it. Yeah. This is your best end boards. I'm sorry to say it, but this deck's not incredible. It's better on the crackback, and it's better at making a comeback. But it's a fun deck regardless, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Endeavour, thank you so much for suggesting this. I will have out to you the hero deck profile I've got with the new Flamewing Man, and it is really good, in my opinion. Definitely makes the most cracked end boards in a long time. And until then, catch you in the next one. Join my Discord.